right here, sit down, right there, don't go nowhere, little baby gon' shake that, 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 shake, yeah, I like that, bring that, right here, sit down, right there, don't go nowhere, say yeah, I like that, bring that, right here, sit down, right there.
What's up, YouTube? We back with another video. This time we're reacting to the A&E channel's video about judges behaving badly. It's a mega compilation. Court cam. See what y'all talking about.
First, we go to the Hamilton County Common Pleas Court in Cincinnati, Ohio. Standing in the hallway outside the courtroom is Cassandra Jackson. She's here today seeking a protection order, often sought by domestic violence victims. Unfortunately, a court official is telling her that she missed the deadline and will have to come back.
Bro, that's insane. She's trying to follow order of protection, brother. Like, she needs protecting right now. What are we doing? Like, just let her follow it.
Jackson, a working mother, grows increasingly frustrated. The argument's loud enough to be heard in the nearby courtroom. So loud that Magistrate Judge Michael Bachman, who's presiding in the courtroom on the other side of these doors, could not hear an attorney question a witness. Jackson continues to plead her case to the man in the hallway, but is denied. Jackson continues arguing for...
Bro, you could at least take the paper, hold it, and then file it when it's time. Oh, come on, bro.
Finally storming off. But Judge Bachman is unsatisfied and takes matters into his own hands. About 10 seconds after Jackson walks away, Bachman leaves the bench, chasing her down the hall.
At Ronald McDonald House Charities, we help families feel at home, even when they can't be.
Nah, bro. He doing a dookie sprint down the hallway, bro. He bugging, bro.
He catches up to Jackson at the elevators and orders her back to his courtroom.
I was never in your courtroom. You're not ordering me nothing. I'm out. Thank you. Have a nice time.
What happens next is critical to the eventual outcome of this story. As they head toward the court, Jackson tries to turn down a hallway. That's when Bachman grabs Jackson's shoulder.
Assault.
Even as they enter the courtroom, Bachman still does not remove his hand. Keep in mind, Jackson's in court today to file for a restraining order to protect herself and her children from an allegedly abusive relationship.
Why? Well, I'm not gonna say forcefully sat her down, because then I would be over exaggerating, but why you sit her down like that?
Bachman orders Jackson into the jury box, then tells her she's about to be arrested for contempt of court.
I was never in the court, so how could I contempt it?
But the insensitive treatment continues from the rest of the court staff. 2 officers are brought in, and Jackson attempts to flee.
Oh, you damn scared. I gotta leave, bro. I gotta go pick up my kids, bro. Slide. What y'all doing the most?
Additional help's required to restrain Jackson. She resists, but is eventually removed from the court in handcuffs.
Damn.
The situation is
Why is she sliding like that?
taken to another level when Jackson's dragged to booking where formal charges are made.
Damn.
Officers handcuff Jackson to a chair as she continues to resist. After struggling with officers one more time, Jackson's strapped into a special chair and wheeled into holding, where she'll serve 2 days of a 10-day sentence after the presiding judge dropped the contempt charge and the rest of her sentence for good cause.
For good cause? Nigga, he caused it. What the fuck? Like, bro, you just put me in jail and made me go through all of that for nothing.
After the footage goes public of Bachman chasing after Jackson and putting his hand on her,
Like, nigga, she was leaving.
Jackson files a civil suit against Bachman, and the magistrate's told he must either resign or be fired.
Stupid.
Bachman chose to resign. If Bachman needs to enter a Hamilton County courthouse in the future, he must now do so as a private citizen. We're in Greenup, Kentucky, where court is back in session after ringing in a new year.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
That's Judge Robert Conley. He's been on the bench for more than 20 years and appears to be happy to be starting another. First up, a probation revocation hearing.
Michael Ferner.
The defendant, Michael Ferner, owes more than $9,000 in overdue child support to his ex-wife. And according to his ex-wife's lawyer, he's failed to follow his court-ordered payment program.
So he's not made any payment in 2019. It just doesn't make any difference, Judge.
Didn't pay anything in the whole year.
Nothing in 2019.
It has been a rough year. I mean, I have 3 boys at home. My wife works full-time. We didn't have a babysitter.
After hearing the defendant's explanation, it's possible Judge Conley could give him a break to start the new year.
Can I ask you a question? What kind of person has 3 kids when you can't even take care of one?
Judge, didn't they ever tell you to not ask questions you don't want the answers to, bro? Like, what?
My kids are grown. They're 21 and 19.
But they're living at home.
No,
I
they
don't
don't live with
understand.
their
You just said
mom
you
or
had 3
anything.
kids.
I think
Yeah, I've got 3 little ones
It's
with my
5
wife.
kids, Judge. 5 kids. It's owed to the client. Judge, the order was $238 a month plus $50.
$238 a month. Wait, how's he paying for kids that are over 18?
Well, it changed next time I come to court.
You know what? You just need to shut up. The more you talk, the more ridiculous you sound.
What? All right.
And just like that, the judge's New Year's cheer is out the window.
I'm sorry.
Send him to jail. Send him to jail.
Send him to jail. It ain't even, bruh. Yo, I thought 12 be power tripping. Damn, Judge, what the hell going on, bruh?
Go talk all you want over there, okay? Talk all you want over there.
You a bum.
As Michael Kerner's taken into custody, Judge Conley issues a stern directive to everyone in the courtroom.
When I'm talking, you better be listening. I only talk if I'm wanting you to know something. Don't try to talk over me. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. If I'm saying anything, you better be damn listening.
20 minutes later, he calls defendant Gary Willis forward. Unfortunately for Willis, he's also here today for failing to pay child support.
Back, they're cooked. He on the board for the new year, so yeah, y'all are cooked.
Willis, how come you aren't paying what you're supposed to pay?
I thought that I was paying it. I just missed a court date. I got caught up Thanksgiving and absolutely forgot.
What am I supposed to do? What does the victim in your case, the ones for money, I have to answer to them. They say, Judge, he doesn't pay. What are you doing about it, Judge? What are you doing? So do us both a favor and do what you're supposed to do.
That may be good advice, but it turns out Judge Conley's delivery of the message left something to be desired for the Kentucky Judicial Conduct Commission.
Yeah, bro, get him out of there, bro.
Following the 2 cases, Conley received a public reprimand.
Is that what this is? Robert B. Conley is a circuit court judge of Kentucky's 20th Judicial Circuit, consisting of Greenup and Lewis counties. Judge Conley has waived formal proceedings and has agreed to this disposition. Let's see. The commission conducted a preliminary investigation resulting from a complaint regarding Judge Conley's intemperate conduct during the January 2nd. Oh, this was like 3 or 4 years ago. Greenup County criminal docket. Judge Conley presided over a revocation hearing in a flagrant non-support case style. I think that's good. Commonwealth Commission versus Ferner. Greenup Circuit Court. Let's see, case number 15-CR-0035. After listening to the defendant explain why he had not made the required payments, Judge Conley advised the defendant that he should shut up.
After an investigation into his, quote, intemperate conduct. Judge Robert Conley ultimately accepted the public reprimand, admitted his behavior was inappropriate, and issued a public apology.
But that's it, bro. That's the only punishment that, like, bro, you send me to jail. Let me get 10 bands.
Next, we're in the 31st District Court in Hamtramck, Michigan, for a virtual hearing on a civil infraction. 5 months earlier, 72-year-old Burhan Chowdhury allowed the grass and weeds on his property to grow out of control, violating a local law against noxious weeds and vegetation.
I mean, he old as hell, though. Like, would y'all expect him to cut it?
Chowdhury was undergoing treatment for lymph node cancer that left him too weak for yard work. His son, Shabir, who usually maintained the property for him, was out of the country when police issued the ticket. Shabir cleared the overgrowth when he returned to the U.S. Father and son are hoping for leniency today from Judge Alexis Crott, considering Chowdhury's medical condition and that it's his first offense.
All right, you have a ticket for failing to keep the fence, walkway, sidewalk, or alley free of weeds, trees, or other nuisance vegetation. It's a first offense civil infraction. You can plead responsible with an explanation, or not responsible.
I am a cancer patient, very old man, and I am a cancer patient. I was then very weak, and very weak. And this time of rainy season, I cannot look after this thing.
Chowdhury's labored breathing is apparent as he explains how his illness and the rainy weather affected his landscaping. But the judge refuses to cut him any slack.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
What?
And the rainy weather affected his landscaping. But the judge refuses to cut him any slack.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Did you not just hear the cancer patient part, miss?
If I could give you jail time on this, I would.
Over vegetation overgrowth?
The judge is not feeling forgiving. Quite the opposite. She's talking about jail time for an elderly cancer patient for a minor civil infraction.
What?
If I could give you jail time on this, I would. The fine is $100, pay it by February 1st. You've got to get that cleaned up.
It's already been cleaned up, you idiot.
That is totally inappropriate.
Oh my God.
Chowdhury is stunned at the judge's outrage. So son Shabir steps in to reiterate his father's situation.
Bro, you gotta understand, some people just don't care, bro. And she's clearly one of those. So you about to elaborate, and you probably about to get another fine. Contempt of court or something. Something crazy, bro.
And to tell the judge that the weeds are already cleared.
Oh, okay. Like, is it, ma'am, forgivable because my father is currently sick and we cleaned that after?
You see that photo?
Yes.
I am very sick, man.
That is shameful.
Okay. All right.
Shameful. The neighbor should not have to look at that. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yes, I am sorry.
You're going to jail.
What? Judge Crott closes the hearing with a threat to send Chowdhury to jail if he returns to her courtroom. The rant went viral within a week, with many reacting to Judge Crott's treatment of Chowdhury with disgust. An online petition calling for her removal from the bench has over 250,000
Good job, Internet.
signatures. The judge released a statement apologizing for her behavior towards Chowdhury and reported herself to the Judicial Tenure Commission. The Hamtramck City Council later voted to censure Judge Crott. Chowdhury's $100 fine was paid 2 days after the hearing. Next, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada, for a child visitation hearing. Parents Wealthy and Rogerio Silva have been divorced for 3 years and share custody of their 12-year-old daughter, who lives full-time with her mother. Rogerio claims he's not getting his court-ordered visitation time, and making matters worse, his ex-wife claims his daughter doesn't want to spend time with him.
What?
Rogerio claims Wealthy and the hearing.
I'll turn my brain off. Give me a second. What?
Next, we're in Las Vegas, Nevada, for a child visitation hearing. Parents Wealthy and Rogerio Silva have been divorced for 3 years and share custody of their 12-year-old daughter, who lives full-time with her mother. Rogerio claims he's not getting his court-ordered visitation time, and making matters worse, his ex-wife claims his daughter doesn't want to spend time with him. But before getting to the matter at hand, Wealthy Silva airs some grievances of her own against her ex-husband.
He has not paid child support. It was November, December, and January that I did not get child support or alimony. Also, none of the medical or dental has been reimbursed, ever, not 1 penny of that.
Child support, if there are arrearages, and medical, if there are arrearages, you need to file a schedule of arrearages and a motion, and I will hear it at the appropriate time.
Judge Rena Hughes seems ready to move past the issues.
If there are
Arrearages, an amount of money that is owed and should have been paid earlier.
arrearages, you need to file a schedule of arrearages and a motion, and I will hear it at the appropriate time.
Judge Rena Hughes seems ready to move past the issues unrelated to visitation, but Wealthy Silva isn't finished.
Medical and dental was filed. I remember, I believe it was 5 court dates ago, and I have submitted receipts, proper receipts.
Keep your comments to yourself.
The focus then shifts back to visitation, as the judge attempts to schedule a dinner date for father and daughter the following week.
February the 6th, that's week 1, dinner night. What time?
Rather than providing the judge an answer, Rogerio's lawyer instead has a complaint.
It's more than a week away from now, and
I'm not taking argument right now. I have listened to this case ad infinitum. I am entering orders. I expect them to be followed. I'm trying to accommodate both parties. We're not going to do this on a whim and say within 2 days he's going to have to infinitum.
Hold on, I like that word.
Lawyer instead
ad infinitum
has a complaint.
It's more than a week away from now, and
I'm not taking argument right now. I have listened to this case ad infinitum. I am entering orders. I expect them to be followed. I'm trying to accommodate both parties. We're not going to do this on a whim and say within 2 days he's going to have dinner with her. Mom's going to tell her it's going to happen, and we're going to get prepared for it. Okay? What time?
Whatever's good for him. 5, 6.
What time? 6 p.m. 6 p.m.
But after the time is set, the child's mother has some major concerns.
And when she refuses to go, what am I to do? Because this is really not
We'll
good
be
for
here
the
on a
child.
motion to hold you in contempt.
Like, what the hell?
Is she going to have to ride in a car with him?
Yes.
Wow. You really care about my child, don't you?
I want you to keep your mouth shut and sit down. I care about your child very much. You do not. Sit down and do not talk.
We need to have a trial.
There's no need for a trial.
Oh, there he is.
I'm surprised you ain't held her in contempt of court yet.
NFL Sunday Ticket is now starting at $39 for the rest of the 23 season. So, you can watch your favorite team in the race to the playoffs, even if you're the only fan around. Sign up now.
I started at Purdue Global because it was really easy to try to balance classes, writing papers, being a mom, being a full-time employee. I could still balance my personal life. That's my comeback. Start yours at purdueglobal.edu.
Finally, the tension-filled silence is broken by a threat from the judge.
If there is contempt, and if there is withholding of the child, we will have a trial. Do you understand me clearly? You will lose custody.
Damn, it's like that.
2 months later, following additional visitation issues, the parents are back in court, this time with their 12-year-old daughter. But after starting the hearing, Judge Hughes gives an unusual order, telling all the adults to leave the courtroom so she can speak to the child alone. Around the same time,
Is that an unusual order? Maybe she just want to hear from the child unfettered with the parents' looks, trying to, like, you know, curb her from saying what she needs to say.
cameras in the courtroom are switched off.
Huh?
Nine minutes later, with her father now back in the courtroom, Judge Hughes awards him temporary full custody, despite the child's wishes.
What? Wait, we don't know if this is despite the child's wishes, though, because that's only from what the mom is saying. She might be bitter. But what?
You don't understand. I love her. And I'm gonna miss her so much. Please don't do this to me.
I've made a
Oh, that's the child. No, that's against her wishes. The judge is bugging.
decision for your best interest.
How do you know my best interest?
I'm a grown-up and you're a child.
Shorty, what?
When the girl continues to protest the decision,
Please. I don't want to be with him.
the judge
Damn. What the hell is her dad doing?
threatens to send her to a children's shelter.
If you have any difficulties, we'll go to Child Haven. It's not fun. It's in Child Haven. In fact, they put you in a holding cell, just like it would be jail.
Yo, what the hell is this judge on?
At the same time, the girl's mother's not allowed to re-enter the courtroom and is charged with contempt for allegedly withholding visitation.
Oh, that's crazy.
But this custody fight was far from over. Following the hearing, the girl's mother filed a complaint with the Nevada Commission on Judicial Discipline, alleging her and her daughter's civil rights were violated by Judge Hughes. In response, the commission ruled that Judge Hughes did in fact violate judicial code and due process by holding the mother in contempt and not allowing her to be heard during the hearing. She was also accused of awarding the father custody as a punitive measure against the child's mother. The commission issued a public remand of Judge Hughes, but the penalty would later be dropped following a successful appeal in the Nevada Supreme Court.
What the hell?
Ultimately, the parents were awarded joint physical custody of their daughter.
Ain't that what they already had? No, the mom had all the visitation rights.
304-001, State of Arizona versus Christopher Robert Lesniak.
We're in Maricopa County, Arizona, in the courtroom of Superior Court Commissioner Julie Newell. She's overseeing the arraignment of 50-year-old Christopher.
Commissioner, non-elected official hired by the court to aid judges with their caseload. Non-elected.
For Lesniak, charged with aggravated assault. The victim, a man, isn't identified for privacy reasons and not present in court.
All right, does the state want to make a record?
No, Your Honor, no offer has officially been made yet.
As Commissioner Newell proceeds with the hearing, a woman from the gallery stands up, preparing to address the court.
Ma'am, please be seated. Please be seated.
I was going to make an announcement.
Please be seated. And you'll make an announcement only when the court allows you to do that. Thank you.
The woman the commissioner is yelling at is Sheila Madden, a lawyer for the victim. Madden, a former commissioner herself, previously worked with Newell, but Newell would later claim she didn't recognize her.
You'll make an
Nah, they had beef back in the day.
announcement only when the court allows you to do that.
Despite her former colleague's terse statement, Madden has the right to be heard at court proceedings involving her client.
So if you do bond out and fail to appear for your next court date, which is August 31st, a warrant could issue for your arrest and your trial could proceed in your absence. Understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
The rest of the hearing continues without interruption.
All right, good luck, sir.
But when it ends and Madden isn't called on, she again tries to address Commissioner Newell.
Judge, I wish to be heard.
Sir, ma'am, sit down, please.
I wish.
Ma'am, sit down. That's the last warning, otherwise get out of the courtroom. Leave the courtroom.
Yeah, they had beef, bro. She know who she was, bro. She trying to cap.
Or I will have you removed from the courtroom. I will have you removed. I will have you removed.
Move
Get
me
out
then.
of the courtroom right now. Out of the courtroom right now. Get a deputy in here right now, please.
Despite the call for a deputy and the tongue lashing from Newell, Madden refuses to leave. And with the tension in the courtroom at its peak,
Judge, can I make a record?
the defense attorney steps in to try to simmer things down between the two former co-workers.
I'm sorry, but I've spoken with Sheila Madden. She represents the victim in connection with this case. I've worked with her, so she represents the victim. She was very professional in contacting me. She's a former judge. I hold her in high esteem just as I do you. So I don't want to be cut in the middle here, but
I'm not taking any comments with regards to the victim in this case. That is for a later hearing.
Perhaps sensing it was a no-win situation,
Yeah, but Sheila just left. That makes sense.
or knowing a deputy is moments away from removing her, Madden makes a move for the exit. As for Commissioner Newell,
Brother, man, she was already leaving.
she would never hear any comments in regard to the victim in the case, or any other. The following day, she resigned from her position and later received a public reprimand for her harsh and inappropriate courtroom demeanor.
I will have you removed from the courtroom.
Next, we head to Cleveland's Municipal Court, where Judge Pinky Carr is presiding. It's March 17, 2020. The country's in the early stages of the COVID-19 pandemic.
The person is not here, as I've noted all week. Corona, day 3.
Because of health risks, Cleveland's administrative court has issued
She sound like she over it, bro. Like, bro, I don't even know why I'm here, bro. COVID, bro.
an order that all hearings for defendants who are not in jail have been postponed. So why is Judge Carr's courtroom still open for all business?
Docket number 31, bond is set at $2,500.
It's a question on the mind of Assistant Public Defender Mark Jablonski.
Is the court having a docket tomorrow?
Oh yeah, nothing stopped for me. My cases go on.
What? Shorty, the country shut down. Well, then again, nah, but no. Especially this is not essential. Like, yeah.
Does that apply to jails only?
No, anyone that shows up. Not everybody watches the news. I actually had people yesterday. I had people today. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that to people.
Not everybody watches the news. I mean, yeah. Clearly, because the first 2 weeks of COVID, didn't nobody have masks on. I was the only person popping out with a mask. And then they looking at me like I'm an alien. Like, you gotta not hear the news, bro.
The judge's statement contradicts the administrative order regarding COVID-19, and Jablonski wants an explanation.
If we are able to get a hold of any of our clients who are scheduled for tomorrow who are not in jail, can we tell them to
No,
communicate?
no.
So the court's administrative order regarding continues.
I'm here. I'm here. If people show up, I'm here. So no, don't call people and tell them not to show up. If they show up, I'm here.
But this judge isn't just allowing people to show up, she's punishing those who don't. In the preceding day,
Oh nah, you bugging. See you bugging. Like, first I thought like, oh yeah, but you know, if they show up, they show up. If they don't, I mean, it makes sense, COVID, but you're bugging.
days, she'd issued several arrest warrants, which in court terminology is known as a capias.
Capias, bond is set at $5,000. If officer present, no defendant, capias will be issued.
Continuing his exchange regarding the order, Jablonski asked the judge about her position one last time.
Yeah, don't do that.
No concern.
Hi, for the third time,
Okay.
I
Just
will
clarify.
be
Thank you.
here. If people show up, I am here. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Bro, she pulled up drunk, bro.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yo, was she listening to Lil Jon on the way here? What the f is going on?
Minutes later, after 7 okays, Jablonski exits the courtroom. But Judge Carr, still apparently baffled by the attorney's question about postponing his client's hearings, discusses it with her staff.
I'm like, stop it. Not everybody watch the news. Wait, I'm gonna call him and tell him don't come. I'm sure he is. Look, idiot.
But soon after, when the local media hears about the arrest warrants, the judge denies it.
If people came to court and they were willing to risk their health, I figured I would return the favor. As far as issuing warrants for their arrest, absolutely untrue.
Yeah, because the seizures or whatever the hell that word was.
But when the video
Capias.
showing the opposite becomes public,
Capias,
Capias, that's what it is.
bond is set at $10,000. Capias, bond is set at $5,000. You know what? I'll just put a straight capias on it.
the Ohio Supreme Court orders Judge Carr to temporarily stop presiding on all criminal or traffic cases.
Hey, bro, that's it, bro. She don't receive no fines, bro. No suspension, nothing, bro. She just handing out warrants like they donuts and shit.
And an investigation by the Ohio Board of Professional Conduct is launched. Carr faces sanctions which could range from a warning to full disbarment.
It's not funny, but what? Like, bro, you couldn't weave, bro. She 59, bro. Dies, bro. Slide under that. Like, what? What? And she in a wheelchair. Like, bro, what hands was she delivering that you had to charge your own mama? Bro, you better swerve that. 18, bro. No, bro. I'm not getting no. That's crazy, bro. She died after that. RP Granny.
Not to return to work. And are in Brevard County, Florida.
2 charges, assault and resisting. You have the public, Mr.
Where public defender Andrew Weinstock and his client are appearing before Judge John Murphy, whose voice you hear.
Public defender, what do you want to do?
Have they filed?
They have.
I'm not waiving.
All right, what do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
Bruh. You don't get your fittings and fur head ass on and tell him what you want to do?
I'm not waiving. You want to set it for trial, set it for trial.
Judge Murphy wants the defendant to waive his right to a speedy trial because the court's schedule's backed up. Weinstock isn't budging.
Oh yeah,
and
no.
tensions are mounting.
If I had a rock, I would throw it at you right.
Then up the rock. Ain't probably horrible.
You know,
Stop pissing me off. Just sit down. I'll take care of it. I don't need your help.
No,
Sit
you know
down.
what? I'm the public defender. I have a right to be here, and I have a right to stand
I
and
said
represent
sit
my
down.
client.
Man.
Where is it?
Man, that's a good public defender, bro. Like, bro, stand up for your client, man.
If you want to fight, let's go out back and I'll just beat your ass.
Oh, and he with it. Oh, my God. Oh, my. Hey, we found the one. Now, that's a real public defender, bro. Like, bro, the judge he on smoke. Well, we could do that, too. I love it, man. Everybody need his services, bro. He with that.
They both head to the.
Look how you pimp off. He with that.
If you want to fight, let's go out back and I'll just beat your ass.
Oh yeah. I've been waiting for this.
Both head to the hallway behind the courtroom, just out of the view of the court's cameras. Believe it or
no way he got beat up by the judge. Bruh, if you got beat up by the judge, bruh, you need all the boxing lessons ever. You need to buy every UFC pay-per-view ever and just study for the rest of your life. There's no way you got beat up like that. Bruh, no, bruh. The judge is beating your ass and talking He said, I'm not kidding. Like you his kid.
or not, they get into a physical altercation until Judge Murphy returns to the courtroom alone.
Oh, he won. Judge Murphy won. See, the public defender is still a dog for defending his client like that and actually wanting to get into an altercation with the judge. But you can't lose the fight, my brother. What are we doing? Most judges are in their mid to late 40s, 50s, bro. There's no way you got beat up by an old man like that.
Thank you.
Then y'all clapping like, bro, the judge was on bullshit.
I will catch my breath eventually.
Bro, the judge just put his foot up your ass. You're done.
Man, I'm an old man.
Once Judge Murphy catches his breath, he continues with the rest of the hearings.
He got beat by a 60-year-old.
Without Weinstock present.
Your choices, considering there's probably going to be a changeover in personnel, are setting it for trial June 9th, or if you were wanting to waive speedy, we would set it for July 15th.
I would like to get it done as fast as possible.
That doesn't help me.
Yeah, again, bro, what my lawyer says still stands. Just because he got his ass beat does not disqualify the statements that he made beforehand. We want a speedy trial. Or you could just dismiss the case, buddy.
Incidents investigated by the Florida Judicial Qualifications Commission, who charged Judge John Murphy with threatening to commit
Do you see who this man got beat up by? What the hell?
violence against an assistant public defender, engaging in a physical altercation with counsel, and resuming his docket while defendants were without counsel. The case eventually reaches the Florida Supreme Court, which orders the immediate suspension and permanent removal of Judge Murphy from his post. Andrew Weinstock later resigns from the public defender's office.
Later, he should have resigned that day, but you just got your ass beat by a nigga that could have been your daddy.
Now to Durham, North Carolina, where Judge James Hill is presiding over a child custody case. For 3 long days, divorced parents Rashawna and Colin Morrison have been going at it, quite personally, in the courtroom.
I'm angry that his dad lives in Durham, can go on vacations with friends, take mistresses out to eat, take her on vacation, and can't seem to see his son.
The child's mother, Rashawna, claims her ex-husband abandoned their 3-year-old son and failed to pay child support. He argues she withheld his son from him and is seeking permanent custody. And the judge? Well, he isn't happy with either of them.
I could care less about it, dude. I could. The two of you are not important.
And he's about to let them know it.
That's 2 parents, and I'm going to choose my words very carefully here. 2 parents can come in and act like such idiots Y'all the one that crawled into bed and had sex and made that baby. He didn't ask to be born. But he was. What's important is and you don't need to see two adults acting like idiots. Did I say the word idiots?
He did. 3 times. Afterward, Judge Hill turns his attention towards Roshana.
I have no doubt that you have withheld that little boy. Don't you be looking at me. You say one more word, you say one more word, you're gonna go to the Durham County Bed and Breakfast today. You say one more word. All right, Deputy Neville, she's got 24 hours of protective court for running her mouth as soon as we get done. All right, you got 48 hours. You want to say?
Damn, he's just gonna keep adding hours. You might as well calm it down, shorty.
She's got 48 hours now, Deputy.
Roshana eventually quiets down, and finally, after 3 heated days in the courtroom, the judge delivers his decision.
Both parents are fit and proper persons to have custody of the minor child. I'm awarded joint custody.
Just say we know. I can't do
Yo, she like, bro, I'm going to jail, bro.
This is a disgrace. What you guys are doing, you need to let your son for 9 months come right there. You're a drunk, you have a mystery, you have no one who doesn't do anything for everything. I take care of my baby's business, and I get women because he chooses to be in his son's life whenever he feels like it.
What? How are you getting punished because of joint custody? I mean, I guess.
As officers try to restrain her, Morrison's brother, Sherrod Smith, comes forward from the back of the courtroom. At first, he tries to help by calming down his sister.
Then they're gonna start getting 12 off of her?
But when that doesn't work, and Roshana throws a bailiff a right hook, Big Brother's caught in the middle. Officers try to restrain him, but he sends one of them flying.
Hold on. Nah. They got these old ass police officers in here, bro. This must be the retirement home for police officers, bro. Cause ain't no way in hell he ain't even do nothing that aggressive. That man flew back, bro. He flopped like LeBron James in his prime. What the hell?
Big Brother's caught in the middle. Officers
Look
try
at
to
this.
restrain him.
Look at this
but he
James
sends one
Harden
of
level
them
flop.
flying.
Well, I'm gonna get a check today. Like, bro, they all broke.
Meanwhile, the judge makes a quick exit.
Yeah, I'm ducking out. I'm not a part of this. Bro, like 6'5". Bro, y'all got the game. Go get somebody with some guns.
As one deputy fights to gain control,
That nigga standing there like the Rocket.
he sends one of them flying.
Wait, he just hit that man with a spinning elbow.
Meanwhile, the judge makes a quick exit. As one deputy fights to gain control of Morrison, another puts her brother in handcuffs.
But what you mean, bro? Little bro just flopped back, bro. Now, granted, he was in his Kyle Lowry bag, but still, bro, he took the charge, bro.
And here come even more officers to shut things down.
Nah, the old head gotta retire after this, bro. You telling me you can't stop her, bro? You bugging, bro. Like, you need to retire after this, bro, or hit the gym. What the hell? Like, bro, what the fuck? What is he doing?
As Morrison and Smith are taken away, a third person is also restrained in the back of the courtroom. Their mother.
You should have videoed it. It's on tape. You should have videoed this.
It is recorded, not videoed. Videoed it.
Smith and his mother are hit with 48 hours in jail for resisting a public officer, while Morrison receives 30 days.
I'm that fake ass
Morrison
bro.
and her husband now have a joint custody agreement. Judge James Hill received a public reprimand by the North Carolina Supreme Court for improperly exercising his contempt powers, failing to maintain order and decorum,
and making inappropriate.
Okay, yeah, the second one makes sense. I mean, he did call them idiots, so that's inappropriate. But I mean, she was going to get in contempt regardless, brother. Did you not see the things she did after he said it? Like, she was going to get held in contempt regardless.
Appropriate comments.
And that's it for this part of the video. If you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with part 2 at a later date.
Everything I'm seeing, I achieved it, bitch, you best believe it. It has been my Nintendo switch, shit, though, kick it with my kinfolk haters. Just be talking, so I really do not need